Whoa, this is the Illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. I'm here riding bikes with Owl. We're doing our thing. I was sitting here and I was like riding, right? And I'm on my bike and I was thinking, I was just thinking about how complicated it all can be. Just like the day-to-day struggle, man. Just the day-to-day thing to keep it all together, to keep from losing your mind, and then the constant, like, blowing it. Like, just blowing it and not really, I don't know, just kind of failing at it a lot, right? And then ultimately super successful at it and other puffs and just this constant yin and yang of the whole thing. And I was just thinking about how difficult it is sometimes. And then I was like out here on the bike and I'm looking at that and I'm like, there's nothing going on here. Like, I mean, there's stuff going on. There's all sorts of stuff going on, but really there's nothing going on. It's all just stuff I've made up in my head and convinced myself is true. What do you think? You want to go down the hill?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go down the hill. So I've been trying to, like, you know, it's sort of like a creative writer's block. Trying to be like, you know, what is it to be high frequency? What's the real underlying message of this whole thing? And ultimately, it's just taking responsibility for yourself and knowing that in order to truly do this thing, you have to admit that you can't do this thing. And therefore, that's how you do this thing. It's this thing of, like, ultimately taking big responsibility for yourself. Al, get to the side of the road, please. Look at the bird. He's killing it. All right. See, the thing that I've taught him is to be responsible for himself, right? Like, there he is, look. Hi, Jerry, how you doing?
Good. Beautiful day, but a little bit cloudy.
It's nice. Keep the sun off us, protect our skin, right?
That's true.
Soon enough, it'll be blaring down on us.
That's for sure. Is that
That's Owl. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Don't worry about him. He'll stay on the side of the road.
Okay, good. All right.
He's trained.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, Jerry. Have a beautiful night.
Right on.
It's our neighbor Jerry, man. Super cool guy. And look at that. I'm just watching. Look at how the bird just hangs out, does his thing. There's our other neighbor Thomas. And so, yeah.
I said hi to Sorry.
Yeah, you did. So that's the thing, is that, like, there's this underlying simplicity to it all. Like, I can go out of my way to make it super complex and start thinking about all sorts of things. And then yet, when I go apply it to my home life, I can ultimately just blow it completely. Like, completely just blow it. Like the other day, I blew it with the hologram, dude. I was just a pain in the ass, man. And what did it get me? Nothing. Was I right? I don't know. Does it matter? No, because at the end of the day, it was just a full disaster. And it was a disaster that I created and fully participated in. Yeah, it takes two to tango, but who's the one who instigates? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that's the struggle sometimes is do I need to be right? Do I need to be right about any of this stuff? Or do I need to just allow myself to allow it to occur? Like, all right, when I look at that mountain, it doesn't care. It doesn't care one way or the other, whether I'm a good guy, a bad guy. It's just doing its thing. It's full of rattlesnakes and hawks and rocks that'll come loose and fall on your head. And yet, it'll also capture the rain and hold the water and provide a place for the bees, pollinate that yucca right there behind me, and the life cycle continues. Does it care? I don't think it cares. And yet I care, right? But how does my caring stay in harmony with the disharmony of the harmony, right? Like in that scene up there is madness, dude. If you're a little mouse up there running around up on that hill, think about all the things that are trying to get the mouse, the snakes, the hawks, the this, the that. And it's just trying to do its thing, but it's a perfect harmony, but it's this chaos, it's madness, it's do or die, it's this thing. And then I was thinking the other day about being whether I'm a sheep or a lion and I'm a lion, I'm definitely not a sheep. And then I was like, well, if you're a lion, dude, I was listening to my buddy had this thing going on. How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Very good.
It's cool to be able to ride around here and not have to worry about traffic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the best. It's a perfect training ground for cars. There's just enough of them, and he pulls over the side and waits. And
I gotta teach my daughter how to drive now.
we all better watch out.
It's scary, yeah.
All right.
Take it easy.
So it's that thing. My buddy had made he made this video where he was talking about how it's being a lion it's freedom, yet at any moment it could be disaster. You could get kicked by the wildebeest. You get kicked by the zebra, and that's it, man. Lions don't mess with elephants, do they? And so there's always some sort of hammer that could come down. I mean, think about a shark, the ultimate predator. It's just swimming in the ocean, can just basically dismember anything. But then, some dudes and some boats with some hooks, done. Like, that's it, man. Like, it doesn't matter how badass and right you are, the thing will smoke you in a heartbeat. So is there anything really going on here? Like, is it all just made up? Is it all made up stuff in my head? I don't know, man. I'm in that weird space where, like, I can't really get to the idea lately. Like, it's not a full connection to source, but it's definitely not a disconnection. It's sort of this either world. Right, Owl?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
To home.
You ready to ride home?
Yeah.
Vroom, vroom?
Mhm.
All right, you like riding your bike? What do you think about the mountains you're looking at?
That was up.
That way's up.
That was up. There. Up there, I was down there.
That's the thing. Keep it simple, stupid. Oh, I just think of how complicated it all, and then I look at that. Keep it simple, stupid. That mountain does not care.
I want to press it.
That's the macaw. Here. There it is. That's the illusion, and that's Owl. And we're signing off.
Mom, my bag.
Keep the dream beautiful.